congrats to M.
These guys are no joke. This is exactly the kind of game we need to win if we want people to think twice before walking in here like they own the place.
I understand.
You wanted to make this place a fortress, right? These guys are the barbarians at the gates.
Coach, we're just hooping. These guys aren't invincible. We could take them.
Enough talk. Time to lock in.
All right, you just need to meditate, man. I bet you your blood pressure is through the roof.
You know
right
what?
now.
It will be if we lose tonight. Now get out there and defend your turf.
I got you, Coach.
Time to turn the page, MP.
And the temperature is rising here already with the watch party in full swing. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Chicago Bulls. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis, going up against the Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the Jazz matchup, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. And for the Bulls, Kitty and White pair to make the backcourt. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic in at the 5, down low. Something that the organization loves about MP Grant. He's always letting his game do the talking.
Yeah, he'll respond with a quip here or there, but for the most part, MP lets his actions do the work, not his mouth. He's very mature and as focused of a rookie that you'll find.
Stan, on the tail end of a back-to-back, tired legs can be a factor.
Yet fatigue as part of a long NBA season. And to me, it's the veteran guys who know how to be successful even when they're not at 100% that do the best in these situations.
Pass to Giddey. Dosunmu outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vucevic. Williams defending. Vucevic's shot is off. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
It was surprising they lost both games to this team last year. You would have thought the opposite. He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Here's Dosunmu. The Thunder making their last shot. The shot by Buzelis is no good. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people.
First quarter. MP's checked in for Chicago. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso, he's checked in for Gilgeous Alexander. White with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Pass to MP, launches it from deep. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Well, as the saying goes, gotta give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
I think it's a really admirable goal to be a truly fearsome home team. Not just because it intimidates your opponents, but because it shows MP's commitment to delivering for these fans. He knows they're here to see their team win big, and so that's what he wants to deliver for them night after night inside this arena.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Here's Williams. 7 points in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 3. Here's Caruso. Buzelis grabs the board. The Bulls shooting just 38% so far in this one. The swim move for 3. Caruso grabs the board.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. 12 seconds left in the first quarter here. Caruso left side. Hartenstein a screen. Caruso misses. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Oklahoma City.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball.
Out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's a foul called on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Williams. Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And down it goes. 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. Grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Chicago grabs the miss. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. In the third spot, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
BA, I asked MP how they'd be approaching home games this season, and he said, I told my guys, we have to do better this year, period. When the game is in our house, we owe it to our fans to win it. Guys, I can get the feeling this isn't going to be an easy stop on the road for anyone.
No, and MP always working for the people, Allie. MP no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Wiggins with it. Pass to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Guys, thanks. The Thunder, last season's top seed in the West, but they didn't rest on their laurels. They traded for a lockdown defender in Alex Caruso and signed hard-charging big man Isaiah Hartenstein. With their improvements, this is a team set to continue its upward trajectory. They have tons of draft capital moving forward and a ton of upside.
Big moves. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Takes the 3, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Wiggins got a hand on it. On the wing, MP. He's got 11. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Alvarez got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
To the middle. Caruso outside. Wiggins with a screen on Herter. Back to Wiggins. No good with a layup. And so MP will bring it up for Chicago. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Again, MP missing.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
And the Thunder making a change here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou. And so we wrap up the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, up 11. And we'll be back right after this.
43.
It out. And taking a look at Oklahoma City, hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak. Build up that momentum, guys.
The way they looked in that first game, it certainly wouldn't be a surprise. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the 3 major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Smith. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Kobe White. And it's MP in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
White against Caruso. From down in the low post, it goes.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Wiggins. Now here's Williams. Down low. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Williams. Williams has got 21.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Again, MP missing. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. And the layup is good off the glass. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Here's Alvarez. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Oklahoma City ahead, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. We've got Aaron Wiggins, Topic out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Williams in at center, filling out the middle. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Oklahoma City shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. Wiggins passes to Williams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one's on Zach Collins. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Wallace, he's checked in for Mitchell. Pass to Giddey. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Here's Wallace. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Herder with it. Watch by Wallace. MP against Caruso. And it's Alvarez missing. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Wallace outside. Here's Williams. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in.
Great example there of the way MP's game around the rim continues to grow and develop.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Wallace outside. Williams, a screen on MP. Wallace misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
MP outside. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Caruso outside to the paint. Wallace with it. MP's there. Pass to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams a screen on Giddey. And here's Caruso outside. Collins with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Giddey finds MP. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around. Oh, the young fella finds a way. MP using the pump fake to perfection.
First one falls for him. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Well, if he's got a look, Caruso's going for it. No slowing down.
MP shot is good. MP's got 12 points in just the second half. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Thunder.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Williams.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling. Winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Outside, Williams. It's Wiggins on the wing. Giddey defends. Williams a screen on Giddey. Here's Wiggins. Count it.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Alvarez. White looking it over. Oh, from deep. And MP gets it to go on the assist by White. MP's got 31 points. Now Caruso. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We've got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so...
Season not over. Plenty of time left. We all have our bad days.
Great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting.
AMP, it's your world. We just live in it.
A reminder, fans, we hope you will come and join us for Trading Card Day. The first 10,000 fans to the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by Chris and the Chris Girls. All right.
Oh, say does that...
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Richard, and a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5.
Here we go.
And for Memphis, they've got Jackson. Morant. Well, here we go. For Memphis, Santi Aldama's checked in for Jackson. Jackson comes in for Wells, and Pippen subbed in for Kennard. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Jalen Smith comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And MP subbed in for Kobe White. Here's Clark. Rebound by Smith.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother, Powell, play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you.
What heart by MP, going through contact there and converting.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Huff's jacked in. Free throw, no good for MP. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Grizzlies have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Giddey the pass to MP. Giddey against Morant. Smith outside. Giddey finds MP. And the Bulls with another miss. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
Morant is out there with Pippen. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pass to Huff. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Smith checked in for Williams.
And they continue to control the glass.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Grizzlies have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And he knocks down the first one. Richard, for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectable. But with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Clock is at 3. Giddey finds Smith. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Williams is checked in for the Grizzlies. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. The Grizzlies 4th.
It was an intimidating branded defense they played. They sent the message that if you were going to get your points in the paint, you were going to have to work for them.
Huff passes to Pippen. Sinks that one from the post. Pippen's got his first basket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Clark is checked in for the Grizzlies. Luke Kennard comes in for Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Dosunmu in for Jalen Smith. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Chicago, trailing by 10. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And really an odd series between them a year ago as they couldn't get a win in either meeting.
Pass to Aldama. Clark up top. And he makes that one. 6 points for Brandon Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Pippen against MP. There's the triple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pippen outside. Pass to Kennard. Clark a screen on Giddey. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Vucevic. The 3 from MP. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And they're unable to get the time basket there.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Bulls trail by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 12-4 run. Three-pointer. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Morant outside. Pass to Kennard.
I see him.
To the inside. Pippen. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Herter finds MP. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Grizzlies have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morant. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. 6 to shoot. Off target on the 15-footer. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls out front as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-6 run.